welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Midwest. The echoes of the Gallahorn and the Skull chant reverberate inside U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings.
2026 Minnesota Vikings. Justin Tucker.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. Glad you're with us. That's the veteran Justin Tucker, ready to get this one started. Off we go from U.S. Bank Stadium. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So that Cowboy offense takes the field, ready to go to work for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. The amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, no matter where that ball is snapped. That's a tall task, and they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Back to throw. A throw there on second down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
The Vikings take over.
Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020, national champion at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league. And really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Just a yard on first down. Here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one caught by the former Lion, T.J. Hawkinson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
And the Vikings
17 yards on that play. First down, Minnesota.
At the 38-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Nice shot.
Tucker for the point after.
Point.
He gets it to go. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. Cavante Turpin on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down. The big tight end, Cole Kmet, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. That one taken in by London. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. That's complete. He's got it to London. Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cowboys.
And the Cowboys, 1st down. A gain of 13 yards.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. He's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
Now a toss play with Henry. Down the sideline, past the 40. They get 24 on that one. That's good for a Dallas 1st down.
It's a combination of footwork and vision. His ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
On the ground, here's Henry. And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
Cornerbacks are drafted for their coverage ability. We see it year in and year out. Teams want to fortify their pass defense. But when they can come up and run support, it's just an added bonus for a defense. And this young rookie, he was one of the best picks available last year's draft, and we can see why.
So they go backwards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 13. Now this time they'll look to throw. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
A gain of 10 yards.
He's made his presence felt throughout this opening quarter. They better figure out a way to slow him down defensively. Otherwise, he's in store for a monster game.
3rd down, 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Tiny Fairbairn coming on to try the field goal. This a 48-yard attempt. Fairbairn's kick is good. And the Cowboys are on the board. It's 7-3.
So let's give the kicker some credit. Not only was it a really good save by the holder, but his ability to make that kick when the timing wasn't right is a lot easier said than done. So we're going to get to the sideline. Long snapper's got to do his side of the bargain here, and they've got to be better the next time out.
Whoa! And he's down at 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Vikings offense ready for their second possession. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Slot man in motion left. He'll get this out wide. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Throwing right, it's taken in, and he's going to be out of bounds right around midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
Vikings football as we begin this second quarter. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. That's deep on the back of the end zone. That's to the end zone where it's incomplete. What a job in covering, muscling that one free. It'll be 2nd down now.
That was a perfectly timed hit, and I think it actually saved 6 points, Mike. He got there just as the ball did, and I think it was the contact that separated him from the ball.
Here's Hockenson in motion. Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. That's caught left side by Hockenson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Now a 3rd and 2. Send a man in motion right. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And this is not going to do the trick. Unable to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it leads to 4th down.
He's forced out of bounds.
Anytime it's 3rd and short, you better account for the running back out of the backfield. And that's exactly what they do here. Great job by the defense taking him down for a loss. Brings up 4th down.
On 4th down, it's Corliss Waitman out to punt. Cavante Turpin to return for the Cowboys. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Cowboys offense ready to take over possession of the football. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the outside. Catch made by Pickens. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 15 on that game. First down, Cowboys.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I be on my little mouse drill. All that rap to pay your bills. Yeah, I'm on some rappers pay my bills.
So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback, working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 14 on the pickup. That's good for a Dallas first down.
Cowboys first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for them.
A huge play for Dallas. 31 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up first and goal.
First and goal, and it's Henry. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the planes, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Now here's second and goal. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And he'll go the wrong way, trying to use that speed to get out to the pylon. But he had to give ground, and they tackle him for a loss.
Trying to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for...
And he's in. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Dallas.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Cowboys are on top. It's now 10-7.
Vikings 7.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn to kick it off. Deebo Samuel going to get a chance to return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Vikings offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked this way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play. That is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he was able to bring him down for a loss.
Get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Now, Burrow. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and it's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
The Cowboys take over
The
first
Cowboys offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Brought in by the tight end, Cole Kmet. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Over the middle, caught by London. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
Out comes the Minnesota offensive unit as they get set to take over. On 1st and 10, Burrow. Quick throw, taken in. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
We want the freedom to live and the freedom to have the things we've been lacking, my brother. So what are we lacking? I could point it down so much that's around, but that's out of bounds.
Burrow to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. It's a 1st down and a gain of 13.
And this is why most teams, Mike, decide to take the ball first after the halftime break, because they want to be able to control this middle 4. At the end of the first half, you can use your timeouts. You can use some strategy to steal an extra possession. If they're able now to go down and come away with points, they'll have a chance to double it up again right after the halftime break.
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and we got to see if they can finish this thing off. Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example.
And I believe the referee was buzzed by the replay officials, indicating let's get a closer look at this. They trigger this automatically in the last 2 minutes of the half. So that is what you want. No, sometimes it takes time, but they do get it right, and this call will stand. And it's complete to ETN. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
First and 10. They go play action for Burrow. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can bring quarterbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spent all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That is brought in at the 10. And it'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
And the Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This about as short as you can get. Tucker's kick is good. And the Vikings will tie this game up here late in the first half.
Nice job there securing points with that final play. Of course, they would have loved to have come away from that possession with a touchdown, but I think they're going to be happy with 3 going into the break.
So, a late field goal brings us level. Final few seconds before halftime as the kick's away. From a yard deep, he's going to bring it out. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
At their own 28-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee, take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. Now return coming from the 7. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own
The Vikings offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. A low-scoring game, all tied, 3rd quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he'll manage to get to the 33. Deron Bland with the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
It is 2nd and 6. Once again, it's Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6. Burrow now. This one brought in by Hopkinson. It's a pickup of 12. It'll be a Vikings first down.
12 yards.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on third down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with that.
They're going to work this down inside the 45. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another first down.
If you're going to give him this much time to scan the field, he's inevitably going to find an open man downfield like he does here. That's a great job remaining patient and letting that play develop.
Now Walker. And he'll drive this one forward down to the 36. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. We'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. He'll work this down inside the 45. Big Christian Wilkins, the one who brought him down.
Brings up third and 3.
Third down and 3. Back to throw. Burrow. Over the middle and taken in. He's got it. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
At the 22-yard line.
Sometimes it's hard to find your voice as a young player, but you can change that pretty quickly if he continues to make plays like we've seen here in this one.
Set to go now on first and 10. They'll run here with Walker. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Burrow here on second down. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And he'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
Makes it third and 4.
Burrow. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
By
Christian Wilkins, the former Dolphin, in there to bring him down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Vikings going to take the lead. It's now 14-10.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would love to score a touchdown. 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves him out in front.
Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense and Derrick Henry heading onto the field. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with first and 10. That's into the hands of the tight end, Tyler Higbee.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
They'll look to throw. That's a short throw caught by Komet. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took to get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. That one taken in by London. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Cowboys.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you can see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
They'll look to throw yet again. Now a screen set up for Henry. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers and secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision, and that's why they're able to stop him for no gain.
And the ball out of the reach of the receiver. Falls incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. Third down coming up.
He's going to wish he had that one back. I think his receiver got behind the defense, Mike, and had a lot of room to run, but he just put a little too much on it, and they're not able to connect.
Right side, and Higgins has the catch. He's going to have a first down as he's taken down on what is the final play of this third quarter.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Dallas.
They'll look to throw again. This one is complete. It's Pickens. And he's close to another first down. He's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Back to the air one more time. That's complete. Komet with the catch. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
On the handoff, it's Henry. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance both run and pass.
Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work to separate the man from the football. And it'll bring up third down.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Got his man at the 6. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal. Tackle made at about the 5-yard line.
That's a really important pickup there on that last completion. Not only does it set up first and goal, but allows everybody in the huddle to just take a deep breath. We're no longer in this frantic offensive possession. Let's get our best play. Let's make sure everyone understands what to do, because we know we need to finish this off with 6.
Good blocking, and he's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Cowboys. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that fourth quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, Can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Fairbairn to add the extra point. He knocks it through. Cowboys make the lead first. It is 17-13.
Vikings 13.
That fourth quarter touchdown, trying to kick it back the other way. Samuel going to see what he can do. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll motion over Samuel. A first down throw for Burrow. That one swung out wide to Walker. And no chance to turn and go. That one's good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. His fullback releasing. He's going to bring it in. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
I'm not sure how many guys grow up wanting to be an NFL fullback, Mike. They don't get the ball a ton. They're used to do all the dirty work. But in this case, this guy's showing off. Hey, coach, you get the ball in my hands. I can do some things.
Burrow from out of the pressure. Too much. And he goes down. That is Joey Bosa in on the sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
It'll be a punt coming from the Vikings. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. To return, it is Turpin. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. So now here are the Cowboys. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
The pass. Complete to George Pickens. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
They really needed that one, didn't they, Mike? I mean, they have to find a way to keep this as a one-possession game. This will at least give them a chance to do so, depending on what happens here on 4th down.
The Cowboys get their special teams out on the field. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. the Vikings offense, and Joe Burrow set to take over again. This is 1st and 10. They'll motion over Samuel. Play action now. It's Burrow. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's not the type of play that's going to end up on a lot of end-of-the-season highlight reels, Mike, but listen, sometimes those little check-down crossers produce some positive plays, stay ahead of the chains.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, Walker. And he'll get past the marker. So he's got a first down on that gain of 5.
Gain of 6.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first. And they'll get together prior to the second down play.
2nd and 1 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Hawkinson in motion. They'll drop to throw. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down.
And the Vikings.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Vikings. First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Here's first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that one. It's second down. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's a pair of hookups on this drive. This one goes for 14 yards and a first down.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
He'll complete this one. That's Deebo Samuel. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. Ideal circumstance there. They get the first down and preserve that final timeout.
And these are the moments in the game, Mike, where you need your best players to come through and make their presence felt. And that's exactly what he does there. Picks up a nice reception, good chunk.
And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied. And they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play.
To a whole nother level. Don't know no better. When I got rich and down. No coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on a camouflage bells. Blue diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. 220, on the hustle and grill. I'm nothing like
now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game.
17.
as they kick it away. Here comes a return from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Cowboys offense ready to see what they can do. Here's 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Over the middle, that's Komet. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Now the Cowboys going to take a timeout. They stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
And the Cowboy first down.
Two timeouts, still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring it up 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Timeout for Dallas. It's their 2nd as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
3rd down.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. Back to throw. That's complete. He's got it to London. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
That's good.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
The Vikings go ahead and use their final timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. So now it's Kaimi Fairbairn in a pressure situation. This to force overtime. And this is blocked. They got it.
Felt like that one was out of rhythm from the start, Mike. So what you're looking for is the kicker, the holder, and the long snapper to be able to all work in unison. And it just seemed that half-second delay getting into the motion gave the defense all it needed to get through and block that kick.
So a win here for the Vikings. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play. And in the end, they come away with the victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.